Listen to The Secret Garden, a Father Brown mystery story by G.K. Chesterton. Level A2. Oxford Reading University.
Part 1.
Aristide Valentin was late for his dinner. Some guests arrived before him. Thankfully, his servant Ivan was there to meet them. Valentin's house was unusual. Although it had many doors, it only had one exit. Several doors led out of the house into the garden. However, the garden was surrounded by a tall wall, so one could only leave the house through the front door. It made a lot of sense for a policeman like Valentin. He was extremely successful, and many criminals wanted to kill him. Valentin was the head of the Paris police. That day he was very busy at the police station. He had to decide what he should do with a criminal. He hated this part of his job. He was excellent at catching criminals, but he never punished them too hard. When Valentin reached home, he first went to his study. There he locked his official box in its place, then went straight into the drawing room to greet his guests. All the people in the room were rich and important. Valentin saw Lord Galloway, the English ambassador, with his wife and daughter, Lady Margaret. He also saw Commandant O'Brien of the French army. Father Brown, a Catholic priest, was there too. He and Valentin often had long discussions about religion. The detective was an atheist. He did everything in his power to make people stop believing in God. However, Valentin wasn't interested in any of those guests. He was waiting for Julius K. Brain, an American millionaire. They became friends during one of Valentin's detective tours in the United States. Finally, Julius appeared and the dinner started. The Galloways were rather nice people. However, Lord Galloway thought that Commandant O'Brien was flirting with his daughter. Lord Galloway didn't like it. O'Brien was adventurous at war and in everyday life. He often got into trouble. Once he even had to leave England for some time because he was in debt. Lord Galloway didn't trust him. After dinner, he went out to smoke. Then he came back to the drawing room. Everyone was there except O'Brien and Lady Margaret. Lord Galloway wanted to protect his daughter from the unlucky gentleman. He went searching for her and found her near Valentin's study. Lady Margaret ran past him. Lord Galloway noticed that her face was sad. What is going on? Lord Galloway thought. If she was with O'Brien, then where is he? And if she was alone, what was she doing there? The ambassador walked on and went out into the garden. There he saw O'Brien taking long steps toward the study door. Lord Galloway followed him. Suddenly he felt something with his foot and looked down. The next moment he was running toward the house shouting, "A dead body in the grass! A dead body covered in blood!" "We must tell Valentin. Fortunately, he is here," one of the guests said. He was Dr. Simon. The next moment, Valentin entered the room. He listened to the story and said seriously, "How strange. I have hunted mysteries all over the world, and now there is one right in my garden." The three men went to look at the body. It was a tall man with wide shoulders. He lay face down in the grass in a little pool of blood. He wasn't one of Valentin's guests. Maybe he isn't dead yet, the detective suggested. Dr. Simon touched the body. He is not quite cold yet, but I am certain that he is dead, he said. Now help me lift him up. When they lifted the body, an awful thing happened. The dead man's head fell off and landed on the ground. The killer had to be very strong to cut the neck like that. Even Valentin was a little scared. He looked at the body, then searched the grass around it, but didn't find anything. Only some small branches lay around. The man was dressed in a formal suit. Perhaps he wanted to join the party, although he wasn't invited. Suddenly, Lord Galloway cried out, "Who is that man by the garden wall?" But it was just Father Brown. "There are no gates to this garden," he said. Valentin grew serious. "You are right," he said. "Before we learn how this man died, we need to know how he got into the garden. Now, gentlemen, there are many important people at the party. We mustn't involve them in any awful crimes. Let's keep the situation private for now. I will not call policemen from my station to help me. I will try to solve the mystery on my own. But everyone must stay here until tomorrow afternoon. There are bedrooms for everyone. Lord Galloway, can you go and tell the ladies about what happened? I am sure you can do it without worrying them too much." Dr. Simon went to call for Ivan. Valentin and Father Brown stayed by the body. Soon, Ivan raced across the lawn toward Valentin like a dog toward his master. He asked if he could look at the dead man. When he saw the head, he said in a shaking voice, "Why, it can't be. Sir, do you know this man?" "No," Valentin replied quietly. "Let's take him into the house." Valentin and Ivan laid the body down in the study. Then the guests came together in the drawing room. "Is everybody here?" Valentin asked. It turned out that Mr. Brain and Commandant O'Brien weren't present. Mr. Brain was supposed to be in the dining room smoking. As for O'Brien, no one knew where he was. Valentin ordered Ivan to bring them into the room. Then he spoke. "Dr. Simon, do you think that only a very strong person could cut a man's head off like that? Perhaps anyone could do it with a very sharp knife?" "Maybe it wasn't a knife at all," the doctor replied with a serious expression. "It could be an axe or a sword. You see, it is difficult to cut a head off in general. And it is even more difficult to do it so carefully." Someone knocked on the door. Ivan walked inside with O'Brien. The officer looked around the room nervously and cried, "What do you want from me?" "Please sit down," Valentin suggested nicely. "I see you aren't wearing your sword." "I left it on the library table. It was too heavy to carry around," was the officer's response. The detective sent Ivan to find the sword. "And what were you doing in the garden before the body was discovered?" he continued. "Looking at the moon, enjoying nature," O'Brien replied. Ivan came into the room holding a sword case. It was empty. No one spoke for a while. Then a voice that nobody expected broke the uncomfortable silence. "I can tell you what Mr. O'Brien was doing in the garden," Lady Margaret said. "He asked me to marry him, and I refused. I told him that I could only give him my respect, no more than that. He was quite angry. I don't suppose he needed my respect, but I can give it to him now, too. I am sure that he has never killed anybody. Still, nobody said a word.
Stay with us for part 2.
English audiobooks, courses with your favorite movie heroes, awesome word games, and much more. The whole English classroom for your level in one place in the EWA app. There are thousands of English books you can read, grammar and vocabulary lessons with popular movie characters. Stop wasting your time. Go to appewa.com right now.
Support our free audiobooks. Hit the like button to help other English learners to see our videos. And now, listen to another English book.